Day everyone. This is my second time around this morning. The first time was a bit noisy and didn't go too well. We've got lone mowing outside on Thursdays, so that's going to be my tricky morning to go live. But we're good now. And this morning I wanted to do something a little bit different and do some pranayama exercises, which are yoga infused breathing exercises, which are really good for concentration, for sort of cleansing exercises, which are really good for concentration, for sort of cleansing, things like that. So while I'm going to guide you through, I just need you to bring your hand up for a moment because I'm going to guide you on how to open and close the nostrils with the thumb and with the two last fingers. Okay, so the pinky and the one next to it. So I might tell you to open and close with one nostril and then open and close with the fingers. So whether I say fingers or thumb, you'll know which one. And if I say fingers or thumb, you'll know which one. And if I say place your hand, your right hand on the nose, or if you're more comfortable with the left hand, that's fine. So we're just going to place the hand on the nose and go thumb and fingers, opening and closing the nostrils. And we may do some lung incorporating exercises. When we're focusing on the lungs go all the way from obviously here underneath the chest, inside the rib cage, and all the way down and all the way through the back. So your entire back are two big lungs, and they go all the way up here to the shoulders, almost to the shoulders. So the whole area of the lungs, we're going to put a right hand on the left shoulder to touch the back side of the lung up here, and then the left hand will go onto your waist and other way around. Left hand over to the right shoulder, right hand on the waist. And so when you put it on the waist, you can put it straight on the waist, or you can put it on your lower back like this. Okay, so you can really feel the breathing. So I'm going to guide you through it with your eyes closed. If you're not sure, you can open your eyes. I'll be doing it as well, and then you can check and see what I'm doing in case you're a bit confused. But I will try and guide you through it as clearly as possible. Okay, so deep breath to get ready. We're going to close our eyes now. Just move around, make yourself comfortable. Once again, as usual, make sure you have padding for your back, anything you can lean up against. Make sure that your legs are comfy in the position that they're in. If you need any water, if you need tissue, put it all next to you so you don't have to walk around. I'm going to have a bit of water now. And get comfortable with your eyes closed, because some of us don't necessarily feel immediately comfortable with our eyes closed. Sometimes closing the eyes and going in can be a bit unfamiliar, a bit terrifying, can cause a bit of anxiety when we're kind of closing up the system to look into ourselves. And if you feel all those feelings, then that's completely normal. Let's pay attention to our facial muscles and see what's going on with the face, because sometimes we, cringe, clench, and squeeze and contract muscles that we don't necessarily need to contract. So just pay attention to your forehead, pay attention to your eyes, eyelids, pay attention to your nose and nostrils, and pay attention to your mouth, your jaw, and finally your tongue. And see how many of these muscles you can absolutely release. Make sure that your spine is straight. Make sure that your shoulders are back and down. And now we're going to observe the breathing this morning. Just observe. No need yet to change anything. Give room to the thoughts in your head. So whatever thoughts you have running by now, acknowledge them. If some things bother you that you have to do afterwards, a phone call you need to make, the dishes in the sink, just observe the thoughts. And every time you want to release a thought, you breathe in. I know, I'm listening, I acknowledge you. And you exhale, put it to the side. I will get back to you later after my me time. You can do that several times for every single thought that's popping in now that we're trying to get quiet and still, as well as during the meditation at any point if there's a lingering thought. You breathe into it, you acknowledge it. Thank you for reminding me and being here. I see you, I hear you. Exhale. Release it, thank you, to the side. I'll get back to you later. And remember that all these thoughts are not going anywhere. So we're going to begin a session of breathing exercises. The first exercise we're going to do will just be breath containing and breath holding. So we're going to take a deep inhale, hold the breath, 1, and release. See if you can inhale and exhale through the nose, if that's possible. Another deep breath. Hold for 2, 1, 2, exhale. Relax your facial muscles. Another deep inhale for 3, inhale. Holding 1, 2, 3, exhale. Deep inhale for 4, inhale. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, release. Inhale for 5, inhale. Count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Inhale for 6, inhale. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, release. Try to pay attention during the hold periods that you are using the hold period to contain and relax and not to hold and be tight. So let's breathe in for 7. Breathe in. And hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. Breathe in and inhale for 8. Inhale. And hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale for 8. I'm going to take a deep inhale for 9 seconds. Inhale. And hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale. Let's do an inhalation for 10. Deep inhale. Hold for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax the muscles. 5, 6. Relax your face. 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Inhale for 11. Inhale. Contain and count. 2, 3. Relax the shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe a little smile. 8, 9, 10, 11. Release. Complete one full breath to relax the pulse. Let's count in for 12. Deep breath. Contain and hold. 2, relax. Complete one full breath. Exhale. Inhale for 13. Inhale. And hold. Relax muscles. And exhale. Deep inhale, full breath. Exhale. Inhale for 14. Inhale. As big as you can. Hold. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 15. And hold. Exhale. Complete a deep breath. Exhale. Deep breath for 16. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Complete a deep breath. Exhale. Begin paying attention to the muscles in your body. Try again to use the holding time of the breath to actually release more and more muscles. The more muscles you have contracted or anxious, the more oxygen you're using. So you're actually losing your air faster, so you want to save it by relaxing and releasing. And a little trick through the last few holding breaths is just to think that there are 25 more counts coming. So imagine you're counting to 25, and that way, whichever number you're at will come a lot quicker. Let's see if we can do that together. Take a deep breath for 17, inhale. Exhale. Complete the breath. Exhale. Big inhale for 18, inhale. Oh. Exhale. Complete a breath, deep inhale. Exhale. If you're feeling the pulse higher, breathing a little bit through the mouth, absolutely fine. Let's do the last two. Deep inhale for 19, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And exhale out. And for the last time, we're going to breathe in for 20. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few moments just to go to normal breathing. Relax your pulse. Allow the heart rate to drop back down. Just pay attention to the different muscles in your body. We're going to stay a moment with our epiglottis lowered. The epiglottis is the muscle that opens up when we're about to yawn. So please relax your jaw. Allow the lower lip to drop down. Slightly open, expand the nostrils. And then just feel like you're opening that muscle for the yawn. Try not to worry about looking silly. Just allow that muscles and leave it open for a while. You can lower your head and your chin down. Allow that muscle to be open. And if it starts extracting yawns, just allow it. Keep the rest of your facial muscles soft. And now just lick your lips and swallow your saliva. Allow a few moments of silence. And now let's place our left hand on the left side waist, or just behind the waist, behind the back. And place our right hand over the left shoulder to feel the lung. So the lung is all the way behind, going up to your shoulder. We're going to take 10 big breaths, unguided in your own free time, towards that left side lung. Every time you inhale, make sure that the lung is fully filled up and you can feel the air on both your hands. You can feel the air going in. And you could just hold it for a moment and exhale, just to acknowledge the air is in and exhaling out. And begin 10 long deep breaths to the left side. And in your free time, release the hands down. Take a moment. Notice the sensations in your body and mind. And we're going to swap sides. Place your right hand on the right waist or just behind the back, whatever feels more comfortable. And place your left hand over the right shoulder. Once again, we're going to take 10 deep breaths towards the lung. Make sure that with your hand you can feel the air filling in on the back of your back and the top all the way to the shoulder. And take that time to cleanse your head, to cleanse your mind. See what's going on, what's happening with your thoughts and intentions, and the energy in your body and your brain while following the exercise. In your own free time, 10 deep breaths. Go. Whenever you're ready, release the arms. Take a few moments of silence. Acknowledge how you feel. Try to notice whether the movements in your brain, the movement between different thoughts, versus your ability to just remain in the present, connected with your body, connected with the moment, whether there's any change between now and when you started the session. And simply observe and acknowledge. And sometimes, if I feel that the mind begins to create more and more chains of thoughts, where one thought follows the other, they tend to follow each other. And what I do is I watch that flow of thought and I pick up one of the thoughts and just focus on that thought as if that thought is an actual object or person, and I stare at it. I just focus on that one thought or a one component of a thought and zone in. And sometimes once you isolate a single thought, single aspect within the thought, all else disappears, and eventually even that one thought will disappear and you will remain in the present moment once again. And also observe what being very empty, almost feeling hollow as an empty vessel, feels like. Just observe. And as we're getting ready to complete today's meditation, take a moment to to notice the different sensations you're feeling. Then let's lick our lips and swallow the saliva. You can begin breathing more normally. If you wanted to breathe from the mouth, this would be the time. Start moving the muscles around, moving your back, moving your shoulders. You can stretch from side to side. You can move your head around your neck. And shoulders. Roll them around, roll them back. And just before we open our eyes, let's just bring our palms to the chest, towards your heart. And let's think whether there's anything we would like to appreciate and thank for today. Is it thank you for the quiet time, for taking this me time for ourselves? Thank you for taking this time to do this session together with me. I would personally like to thank the lone mowers who agreed to spare me half an hour of quiet time to do this live meditation. Thank you for that. And for all of that and more, namaste. Thank you. And whenever you're ready, release the arms. Begin slowly opening your eyes. I feel like I would like to stretch forward now, so feel free to stretch forward. Stretching the back. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for being with me. And I would like to leave you with a concept, something to think about and look at. There's something that makes us feel uncomfortable in that silence, in being completely empty, having our body shut down and almost as an empty vessel while we are fully conscious. So it's very different. If we fall asleep, then our brain does whatever it wants without our control. But when we're in control, giving all that up can make us feel anxious. The world is quite demanding on what we have to do, who we have to be, what we should be thinking about, what we should be achieving. And there's something to be said about letting go of achievements and going from a do to just a be, with achieving absolutely nothing, just being yourself in the moment and learning to feel comfortable with that. It can really help us overachievers who are always on the go. So try to think about that. The silence also sometimes brings things we don't necessarily want to think about. If it's past traumas, bad memories, things we have to deal with we don't really want to think about. So these are things that are good to observe. Emotions that are coming up that are uncomfortable is actually a really good thing to observe, to give them room, give them space. Sometimes we shut them down and don't really listen to them. So that's a good practice. We didn't get to do all the breathing nose exercises today, so we're going to do it another day. It just didn't feel right. That's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any comments, anything I would like that you would like me to explain, or questions, or any specific requests for focus on the next meditation, just put it down in the comments. I would love to help out if I can. And see you tomorrow in another meditation. Bye bye.